Well, it gave the kitchen a wash, didn't it?
Right, it's not on.
It is. I've just put it on.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, it did give the kitchen a wash. And I'll be mopping the floor with your head next time you do that.
Yeah, well, safe to say I'd like to see you try because I have actually got a mop on me.
You have got a mop for your head.
I have got a
About
mop.
time you have your wash.
That didn't go all over.
Oh, right.
Failed mission. Failed mission.
I'll knock your teeth out. That did.
Oh,
Top for bottle.
Oh, I'm wet
I'm
again.
going to have to stop this now
I'm
because
wet again.
the kitchen is going to be wet through again.
Just you wait until you're drinking.
Right, anyway.
Because we're not even.
Are we discussing what happened last Sunday?
Kind of rude of us to not discuss what happened on Sunday, just
hope-
ignore it.
I hope people watched it because you can't
After all the views, people watched it, end of.
you can't get comments. We don't know what they said about it.
Fine. Well, people watched it.
Right, but they might have thought it was rubbish, but it was real.
Okay, supernatural
It was-
activity being rubbish.
It was
Jokes on
absolutely real. I didn't expect all that.
I didn't, but it's clear that the ghost is strong.
Not today. Not since last Sunday, to be honest.
Did I tell you what happened with Kettle?
Oh, my with kettle. Forgot about that.
Did I tell you what happened
Yeah.
with the Kettle? Literally, an hour before we started videoing?
Yeah, when you were making me a brew that you threw all the water in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a dancing kettle, didn't you?
I'll show you what happened, right? So, by now I'm just kind of amazed that it does that. I'm not really surprised at all. I'm expecting it. That didn't make any sense. Alright. So, I just poured the hot water into the cup like that. Put the kettle down on there. And the kettle were moving on its own like that. My hand was here on the worktop. The kettle were literally doing that. Out of its plug thing. Just wobbling. And I was just stood there like... and then it slowly... stopped. I don't know what the... Wake up, Granny.
I don't want to be on it.
Why?
I don't.
Alright. I don't know what the heck that were all about, but it's safe to say that it did it.
Yeah, but other than that, there's been nothing, has there? It might have realised we were getting ready to do another How Do They Know? How do they know? How do they know?
How do they know?
Oh, much better.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know really where your head's been because it has been quite strong since, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, this morning when I came, that water bottle just did that.
Oh, give over. That were you doing that.
No,
with your hands.
I swear to God, you didn't see anything. My hands were at the side, and I literally just walked through the door from coming from my house in the morning. Early hours in the morning. When did I have time to set that up?
In the morning?
No, but when did I have time to set that up with CGI or... Well, I don't know what I'd set something like that up with,
Yeah,
to be honest with
but
you.
I was still half asleep, so I didn't.
You were on the settee watching YouTube and you saw that water bottle going like that.
I think I just take it for granted now.
Yeah, but you weren't at all amazed at that.
No.
There's life beyond the threshold of humanity.
I know, but... Oh, what about that dream your granddad had after we'd done...
Was it a dream?
It wasn't a dream.
Wasn't a dream.
It wasn't a dream.
Wasn't a dream. But people would have to know my
Well,
granddad Jimmy.
yeah, well, your great-granddad Jimmy...
Great.
No, great-granddad.
What the frack?
That were me.
I'm not at all an edge.
Listen, your great-granddad Jimmy died about 20 years ago.
Only 20 years ago?
I don't know. It's a long time ago now. It's getting on. It's a good few years ago. I think your mum was 17 at the time, so it's quite
20 years ago, she said.
Yeah, it's quite a long time. Anyway, he died. And
Anyway, he died.
your granddad was in bed.
Yeah. So my great-granddad's son.
Yeah, your great-granddad's son, your
My
granddad,
granddad.
was in bed. I was downstairs making a brew.
Yeah.
And he'd been snoozing because he hadn't been well, has he?
Yeah, no.
He'd just woken up and he was taking his phone off charge. So he unplugged his phone and turned round and put the cord on the side of the bed so it don't fall down the back. And he said as he was doing that, he felt as though somebody was watching him.
Yeah.
And as he turned back round, his dad was stood there. Your great-granddad, Jimmy, was stood there. But he looked like, he said he looked like he did when he was about 40, in his 40s. Really? And he was slim and he looked like he did then, but he had like a long purple, he didn't say...
Tunic?
I'm trying to think of the colour, he didn't say purple.
Rouge?
No.
Like that?
No. Anyway, a purple gown on with a round neck, and it was fastened up right to the top.
Yeah.
And he's just stood there with a big grin on his face, great-granddad Jimmy, looking at your dad. And then your dad said to him, "Bloody hell, what you doing here?"
Yeah.
I know.
Very English reaction.
What you doing
Bloody
here?
hell, what are you doing here?
Your granddad's that is very broad, isn't it? Bloody hell, what you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? It reminds me of Kane.
The funny thing was, you know, he didn't go, "Oh my God, you're a ghost." It was like, "What you doing here?"
Yeah.
And he said his dad was smiling at him, and he said, "I'm going for some breakfast. Do you fancy giving it a go?" And then he disappeared.
That was weird.
I know.
And you know, we'd literally just done a seance before that.
Yeah, the day before.
No.
The Sunday, and that happened.
No, it happened on the Sunday night.
Yeah, during the night. So it was the day after.
So I was at the cinema whilst that happened.
No, it was during the night.
Yeah.
You weren't at the cinema during... It was about 12:30 in the morning.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at the cinema at night. I was at the cinema at like 11:30 at night.
I know you did, yeah, I forgot. But it was probably between 12:30 and 1:15 in the morning. Not at dinner time,
so
not
like,
dinner time.
No, I know not dinner time.
I'm telling the people, not you.
Oh, right. I know it weren't dinner time. I'm saying it was Sunday night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sunday night. So, yeah. So, after doing that during Sunday, that happened the following evening. So, what do you...
You're mixing up the times.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It happened after we'd done that seance thing.
Yeah. When
things were being thrown and knocks. But when we were doing that, it was saying that it was a girl. Were it a girl?
Yeah, but it were a girl. Seances can bring all kinds of...
Right.
Sorry.
I don't think it... I didn't class it as a seance. I didn't expect anything to happen.
Gran, it was a seance, whether you like to believe it.
Was,
we were
really.
Asking a ghost questions with a freaking candle. That was a seance.
Well, yeah, and it was a girl.
What seances?
This were your granddad. I can just visualise what Granddad Jimmy looked like from pictures that I've seen of him when he was like in his 40s.
In his 40s, yeah. But you see, seances can actually, you know, like, not bring evil ones, but like also make, how can I word this? Bring others out as well.
Oh yeah, I know that. And I were nervous about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen, do you?
No. And
we didn't sign off or anything, did we?
We did.
What did we say?
We said thank you for talking with us. I want to respect it. I want her to make sure we respect her.
Yeah.
You know, because I've heard that if you don't, they can get kind of angry.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. But this about his dad, great-granddad, that was something else again.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was extremely weird. I'd be like, what the heck, you're a ghost?
And, you know, I said to him, well, what happened after? What did you do?
He disappeared.
After he disappeared, I was saying to your granddad, what did you do? Just sit there with your mouth open? He said, I can't remember. He said, next thing I know, it was morning. But the same thing happened to me, and it was the same bedroom when I saw Sarah, who is...
Your child?
But she died before she was born. She went to miscarriage, she was stillbirth, and she was called Sarah, and... Same, I think I've told it before though, that I woke up in night and she was lay on the bed.
On the bed, oh, that's absolutely... Yeah.
And people might say, how do you know it was there? Because I visualise her as having blonde hair.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
You know, and because the girl that was the spirit that was on the bed at the side of me had blonde hair. But what I found funny was she had a check blouse, a red and black check blouse on, and a pair of jeans. And that just struck me as being funny.
No, yeah, like casual.
Yeah, really cowboyish.
Cowboyish?
Cowgirlish.
Cowgirlish.
Yeah,
but,
red check.
I mean,
blouse.
I also saw Sarah as well. I've seen Sarah before in the mirror.
In the mirror, yeah, when she was younger.
Yeah, and I still remember what she looks like. But the only thing I remember is blonde hair.
Blonde hair, yeah. That's basically all I can remember. I can't think of features.
Not really, no.
But, I mean, I was asking her questions like, why are you here, what you're trying to tell me, but she weren't speaking, she was just like nodding.
Yeah.
You know, and because I was worrying about your gran, I'm always worrying about your grandma great, and I kept saying to her, is it my mum, is it my mum, why are you here? And she sort of smiled and nodded.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can put to that is when your granddad great died and your grandma great come and stayed here for a bit, she was in that bed laid where she was.
Yeah.
And we had quite a bit of trouble
at
the time because your grandma had a breakdown, didn't she?
Yeah.
But it was years before that happened.
Yeah,
in
but
between that
it
and
can
that.
still warn you, even if it were years before it happened.
I think your granddad Jim now was a bit worried because he'd been poorly this weekend, hadn't he, with his COPD.
He has
his dad was coming for him.
He has bad COPD, my granddad.
Very poorly.
Yeah.
And I think he thought his dad had come for him.
What?
Bang.
That was Missy.
All right.
Missy's upstairs, Missy. Messiah, Missy.
This is why I wish we could have comments on here, because people could share their things as well.
I said if they wanted to text me.
But they won't do, will they? They're not going to go to that trouble.
Yeah, why?
Well, nobody has.
I do get some messages too.
Not about this.
The fact is, I get messages. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but they're not bothered about talking about this, have they?
They have. Alright.
What they said, it's right load of rubbish.
Why do you always think that the negative reviews?
Well,
why
you would have told me if it was positive.
Yeah, but I would have told you if it were negative as well.
You haven't told me any.
So no news is good news, right?
So they're either commenting or they're not. Which is it?
I have gotten a few comments about this show, about talking about suggestions about what we could talk about, and I've done the suggestions.
Oh, not about the spirits.
No. I haven't got comments about them. But
that's what I want to know about. I want to know what people think.
But the fact is, I've still got comments for how do they know.
Yes, I'm not talking about the basic how do you know. How do they know? I'm talking.
Yeah, well, I'm better. I'm glad with that actually because it's growing the thing.
Yes, but I'd like to. Oh, Jack, just listen to what I'm saying. I'd like them to comment on what's been happening and know what they're thinking about it.
Yeah, I know, but they haven't.
I know, that's what I mean. So
I don't know.
What's the point in doing it? Because these things are actually happening.
What's the point in doing it? Showing people that they happen.
Yeah, but they're not going, oh my goodness, such a thing happened to me, and sharing it with us.
I'm not bothered about that.
I am.
I just want to video what's happening and post it. Bro, I really don't care about that.
I'm bothered about that. I'd like to know what people think, and I'd like them to share things that have happened with them. That's the whole idea of having these things.
You didn't think about that when the first ghost struck.
Well, over time, I'd like to know what they think.
Well, I can't help with that. I don't
know.
But we're not stopping it. If something happens, we're going to damn well video it. We need people to know that these things happen to people, and we're not just considered crazy people.
I know.
For believing in supernatural stuff.
I know.
And then you just say, I know.
No, I'm thinking. I'm thinking with my head.
I need people to think, agree with us, saying that, we're not crazy for believing in that type of stuff. Because, I kind of feel bad for being a conspiracy theorist, not going to lie.
I don't think this is being a conspiracy theorist, is it? Talking about ghosts.
Yeah, it's all conspiracy theorists.
I thought that were about government things.
No, not just stuff like that. Theorising about ghosts and stuff like that. That's all conspiracy theorists.
Right.
Theories.
Theories.
Yeah, but they fall into,
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I feel bad for being a conspiracy theorist, because I know you claim to be a conspiracy theorist, but also you're always a little bit on the fence with a lot of stuff. And when you're a conspiracy theorist, you can't be.
What am I on the fence about?
Everything.
Like what?
Not ghosts, but like government stuff.
Not on the fence about 9/11.
No, but I mean stuff like the Illuminati.
Yeah, because I don't understand it. I know the Illuminati is out there.
Bro?
I know the Illuminati is out there, but it's all
about...
Maybe it's my brain doesn't want to understand it because of the horrible things that you hear about it.
Yeah, but maybe my brain wants to understand it, because in the future some more big people might be able to overthrow them. I believe in a future where that could happen.
Right.
They need to be exposed for what they are.
They're too big and they're too powerful for that to ever happen. Look at all this that's going on in Canada now.
Yeah, but there are bigger and better as well.
Right, but just as a thing, all this that's going on in Canada with Trudeau...
He's not Illuminati.
No, I know he's not, but...
He could be, I don't know.
Well, he could be, but I don't know about that. But he is a Prime Minister that is bringing Canada down.
Yeah.
He is draining it dry and punishing the people, and is in so many shady deals, that's the best way I can put it, of dealing with things and taxing the Canadian people. Anyway, and nobody in Canada has any, most of the people in Canada have very little opinion of him and they want him out. But nobody can get him out, even though they know all these things that he's done that are bad and wrong. Nobody can shift him. So that's what I mean, that's my example, him and this Illuminati. They're that big and powerful. Who's going to do anything about them?
In the future, you don't know. You don't know what the future holds. The future is full of mysteries.
Well, is that you? Pick it up.
Go on.
Yeah.
The future is full of mysteries. You don't know. Some anti-Illuminati government might be able to overthrow them.
Yes. I hope so. I can't get under them.
But
I hope so.
I think it's funny how you don't understand the Illuminati when... Can I say this on video? What were we talking about this morning?
An actor? Grandad Jimmy. Oh, right. Yeah, Grandad Jimmy was a Mason.
He was a Mason.
Yeah.
Or a Freemason.
A Freemason, yeah. He was a top Freemason as well. Yeah. He was a Grand Mason.
My Grandad Jimmy was
Great Grandad.
The leader of the Freemasons.
Well, for that year.
So, I actually can't I can't believe that. I mean, I can, but I can't, if you know what I mean. It's like unbelievable, but totally believable.
You mean somebody that was related to you was...
Part of a secret organisation.
They're not secret though, are they, Masons? What they do is secret, yeah.
Yeah, what the Illuminati do is secret, but you know half of who's part of it.
Tom Hanks.
Sorry. We're not giving any names.
I sneezed. Thanks.
You've got pill. Well, just the other day you had mail.
Oh, yeah, I had mail, didn't I?
Yeah, then you were sleepless.
Yeah, in Seattle.
Yeah. In Seattle, yeah.
I was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, life's just a big box of chocolates, isn't it? That was probably the best catchphrase yet. Life's just a big box of chocolates. Isn't it?
Yeah, and he had a friend, didn't he, in Castaway called...
Yeah.
Jane's giving me a black...
Oh my God, don't read it out! Well, what harm will it do? But, yeah. Right, the thing is... My great-granddad was part of the Freemasons. You all know what the Freemasons are. I was watching Harry Potter, a movie, not yesterday, Friday, because I was at home on Friday. I was in bed on Friday because I was quite poorly with the plague.
Yes, yeah. Very bad
And I watched all the Harry Potter films.
Did you watch them? All of them?
Not all of them. I watched about 4.
2.
I think I watched about 4 because they are on for quite a long time.
I want to get rid of that spot on your eye, Jack.
In the second movie, they talked about the Freemasons.
Oh.
Formerly known as the Masons.
To make you sound it's a group.
Yeah.
Inc.
Because they said you better dress up. You know the abusive dad in Harry Potter.
Yes.
He's not. No, you know what I mean.
The
He's
big
not,
fat one.
Yeah, the big fat one. And the mum and Dudley. They were all dressing up really rich and everything, and they had weird looking food on the tables, and said, "You must dress up, Dudley, for the Masons."
Right. Oh,
the Masons.
Yeah.
I was gobsmacked because I didn't think they could mention something like that in a movie. I always am. Right, I'm gonna name someone here that's part of the Illuminati. Right. Paul Rudd.
Right.
This is speculation, by the way, so if you're not, I'm terribly sorry.
What are you supposed to say? Apparently so or something.
Apparently so. This is the theory, Rudd, so don't get angry with me. If you're not, I am terribly sorry if you're not actually part of the Illuminati, but you're rich, so. And you're 54 and you look 20. What's with him?
He doesn't when you get up close.
I was watching Ghostbusters Afterlife yesterday.
They had a filter on him.
I watched behind the scenes. You know Sony has a TikTok account, right? And you see Paul Rudd up close on the TikTok account. Yeah, they have a filter on him. He still looked about
10.
He still looked 12.
Well, TH doesn't look young.
Who's TH?
This is a big box of chocolate of life.
Just because you think that you got mail the other day doesn't mean that you can say that to me, you know.
Yeah,
I was sleepless in Seattle last night.
But he doesn't look young. I mean, we're going really off piece with this discussion now. People will be going to sleep.
No, we're talking about the Illuminati and the Freemasons. The fact is, the outline of the video is that, you know, I come from quite a shady backstory in my life.
What? Because your great granddad were a Freemason.
Freemason is a big deal.
Yeah,
like
but they did a lot of charity as well.
That was a cover-up, bro. That was a cover-up, you know. And they did exactly the same things the Illuminati did, the Freemasons.
I don't know. I really don't know.
The Masons and the Freemasons were like an English thing, more of an English thing. The Illuminati's like a global thing, but...
The Illuminati are really billionaires.
Yeah,
the Freemasons don't come anywhere near that.
No, they don't, but they're still a very high secret organisation.
Well, yeah, but I don't think as much now.
They do a lot. And they do a lot what the Illuminati does. I think that they support the Illuminati. You know, like work with them in a way.
Well, I don't know because you never hear anything about Masons now.
Yeah, you do.
When?
I hear quite a lot about the Masons. You know, I restarted this video because I told you not to text, and what are you doing? You're texting.
I can't not answer your mum, else she'll be saying what's wrong.
We're doing a video. I told you to tell her that we're doing a video. Gran, you want my videos to be, you know, good in a way.
Well, you didn't have to tell anybody what I was doing.
Well, I would have just looked a bit weird. Can you tell her we're doing a video?
I forgot.
No, tell her. No, please.
No, I won't answer it again now.
Yeah, you will. I'm telling her that we're doing a
so
video.
who's doing it now? You are doing it now.
Yeah, for a purpose. We're doing a video. We're not talking about wine rackets.
Wine racks. Wine racks.
Right.
So you're telling your mum to shut up and stop texting me?
Yeah.
Oh, what a horrible person you are.
They need to know. My mum needs to know. I love you. Yeah.
Let me get that spot.
No.
Oh, go on.
No, shut up. We're talking about the Freemasons. And I actually did see a lot more news about the Freemasons.
No, I haven't heard anything about Freemasons.
I heard
the ladies' evenings used to be really good.
The ladies' evening?
Mm.
What was that? Shh. What did she say?
Okay, have fun.
What's the ladies' evening?
Well, it was a dinner and dance that they put on. Will you shut
I
up?
can't help it.
It was a dinner and dance what they put on for the wives of the Masons.
So they just like stashed all their eyeballs and the kids' bodies back in the wardrobes.
Stop it!
What?
And they put the dinner and dance on for the wives of the Masons. And it were always really nice. Them of them pictures what are in bedroom. That was from when, you know, it shows your mum dressed up in that white dress.
Me mum has been there.
Yeah.
Mama.
And
No, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but it's a funny joke. I wish I could say it.
I'll say it.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
right. Well, how old was me mum?
Ooh, about 5. Why?
This actually shouldn't be funny, but it is funny for the sake of the joke.
Be careful what you say now. Be very, very careful what you say.
Can I just do this one joke, please? It's so funny.
You might get your channel taken down. Enough today.